I am deeply touched by the generous words of welcome which you have addressed to me, Mr. President, and by the warmth with which the American people have greeted me during the few short hours I have been in the United States. In the decade which has elapsed since my first voyage to America, the face of the globe has been vastly altered. Africa and Asia have been transformed into continents whose people are almost entirely removed from the subjugated status which was the lot of so many of them but a few short years ago. As free men, we Africans are now seeking the unity and the oneness which will enable us to put our freedom to the best use. The service of the peoples of our continent, the defense of right and justice, the protection of the peace.
የህዝባችን ኑሮ ደረጃ ተሻሽሎ ድህነትና ድንቁርና ከዓለም እንዲወገድ ቁርጥ ሐሳብ አድርገናል።
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those new here, this channel is about me creating my own tarot deck and swapping out the traditional characters from the traditional tarot deck with historic figures who I feel shape society or humanity for the greater good or the better. Today, our focus is going to be on the Emperor. The Emperor can be seen as the divine counterpart to the Empress, who is the divine mother, and the Emperor symbolizes the divine father. In the traditional tarot deck, the Emperor is an older man with a beard symbolizing his wisdom, seated on a throne of stone with 4 ram heads on each corner, representing its connection to the star sign Aries and the planet Mars. He's draped in a red robe, which symbolizes the element that the card represents, which is fire, and the robe is a symbol for power, passion, and energy for life. Under the robe is armor. This armor symbolizes the protectiveness of the Emperor, and it also symbolizes the divine protection over the Emperor. In his right hand, he holds a scepter with the ankh attached to it, which is the Egyptian symbol for life or eternal life. In his left hand, an orb, which symbolizes his rulership over the world or his inner world, because the Emperor is also a card that symbolizes inner strength. As an archetype, the Emperor can be seen as an older wise man who's good in business. He can be wealthy. He represents the stability, dependableness, a father figure, or some boss, or someone who plays a leadership role in your life, or it can be you who is embodying this energy. And it symbolizes protectiveness and practicalness, right? For my deck, I chose to use the Emperor Haile Selassie. If you're Jamaican or Ethiopian, you probably already know who this is. And for those of you who don't know, my mother is actually Jamaican, which makes me, All right. So, let me show you real quick. Yeah. Oya Kashaza. That's a bomb clock. All right. Boom. Now, the reason why I chose Haile Selassie, who was born to Pharaoh Makanen, even though Ethiopia at the time of his birth was a very impoverished place, and to some standards kind of still is, he was born into an aristocratic family. His tribe, known as the Amhara tribe, could trace their lineage back to the first emperor Menelik, who was said to be the son of Solomon and Queen Sheba. After his father died, he became closer to the king and was taken in under his wing and became the governor of his father's province, where he gained the title Ras, meaning Duke, to his name to Pharaoh, where the Rastafarian faith gets their name from. In the Rastafarian faith, they see him as their Messiah. After Menelik II died, his predecessor, Liege Yasu, took over for from what is it, 1913 to 1917, but he was overthrown for his Muslim beliefs. Weird. Then Menelik II's daughter takes over, and the country wasn't ready to have a female leader, so they appointed Rastafari at the time as the prince or the face of the empire, so that people could feel more at ease. Shortly after, she would die, and he would take on the title as the Emperor Haile Selassie, which translates to the Emperor of the Mighty Trinity. Now, the reason I chose him is in order for him to reform Ethiopia, or known to some as Abyssinia, he had to embody the energy of the emperor. If the emperor doesn't represent the father archetype, it's telling you, it's the meaning of it when it appears in your reading is for you to take action, take practical, logical steps every day, and you will achieve success. But you can't skip over the hard work. And he embodied that, and with that energy, he was able to transform Ethiopia, even though he was overthrown eventually, which is kind of tragic. All right, with that being said, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, or subscribe if you feel like it. Again, if you don't, I get it. It's whatever.